Hi boys and ghouls. So today I'm going to do a quick video, hopefully. I am going to do a first impressions getting ready with me, and I guess kind of a little bit of a story time, because I ordered a palette back before Black Friday. It was around the middle of November. It was something kind of fun, a little drugstore palette, and I got the confirmation my order shipped. I got a tracking number, and the package sat and sat and sat until finally about a month goes by and I'd gotten everything from all my Black Friday shopping. Everything else had come in and still no palette. So I emailed the company. I did get a response about a day later, so a very fast response. And they said, oh, well, we believe something happened with the shipments, so we don't know what's happened to any of these packages. Now, this shows on the tracking that it's still awaiting shipment. So they said, well, we're going to send you out another package. I got that package in 2 days. It came super fast. I am excited to try this product, but I was just a little upset, and now I'm a little hesitant to order from this company again. So what we're going to use today, it's the LA Splash Classic Horror eyeshadow palette. I picked this up. I loved the theming of it. I know it's a little from a few months ago because this was out before Halloween. But I picked this up. I loved the theming on it, and I just thought the packaging was beautiful. Hence if you notice, my face is a little pale today. So this is what the palette looks like, and it's upside down. Here's what the palette looks like. This is the LA Splash Presents Classic Horror palette. They have another palette as well, I believe, and they have a whole lip line. So here's what you get. It does have a nice mirror. I like the packaging. It says werewolf, Invisible Woman, Mummy. It's got a bunch of the classic horrors, and that it is a bit of a rainbow palette. So starting at the top left, we have Toxic, which is a yellow shade. Psycho is orange. Madness is green. Curse is a blue color. Blue Moon's a blue, a little bit of a purple undertone. Zombie, which of course we think is funny because of Mikey at Glam and Gore using her zombies. This is a red, kind of pinky red. Nightmare is a rusty brown shade. 13th is a bright red. Voodoo is a purple. And Lights Out is the black. So we're going to go ahead and dive into this palette and see what kind of a look we can come up with today. I did not get my brushes out because y'all know me. I'm never prepared. I'm going to try to find the brushes I want here. You guys know I'm never prepared, and I also don't edit my videos because while this is just kind of a fun thing, I love talking about makeup. I love doing my makeup, and it's just kind of fun for me to do these videos. I'm trying to find a little angled brush here, but if we can't find one, that's okay. We'll use this guy. I have a look in mind today, but as usual, we don't know if it'll turn out. We don't know what will happen because we're not MUAs. So I'm going to start off with this brush here. I'm dipping in the shade Psycho, which is an orange shade. Got my brush nicely coated, and I'm going into the outer V. This is immediately, I can tell this is going to oxidize, but that's okay. I'm starting out with this brush because I want to get a certain shape, and I don't want to bring it down all the way to the corner like I usually do. So I'm going to start with this guy, and then I'm going to grab a fluffy brush. Hopefully y'all are doing okay. The weather's been a little rough here. Oh, I did prime my eyes with the Cover FX eyeshadow base, which is quite nice because it's a clear base. And I did, because I was wanting to go paler, I did use foundation on my lids today. Taking that out just to try to get a little bit of a corner in the shape I want, like always. And then I'm taking a fluffier brush, and we're going to bring that shadow up a bit more. And I put all my brushes back in here when I was looking for that brush and did not put them in any sort of order. Taking a fluffier brush with Psycho and bringing that up a bit. I just didn't want it to end up down too far because I think I want to do a kind of like a double wing today with my shadow, and then I'm going to put my regular wing over it. these colors are super pigmented, and in all honesty, they're blending out a lot nicer than I expected them to. I expected them to be more like a pressed pigment, and they're definitely more of an eyeshadow formula, which is quite a pleasant surprise. Alright. So there we have our orange Psycho colored down. And then I'm going to go into, let me decide, Voodoo. Now we're going to go in on that small brush again. Just kind of cleaning it up a little bit here off camera. And I'm going to dip into Voodoo, which is the purple, and we're going to pray because we all know how hard purples can be. I'm bringing that down a bit further, but I want to really focus this into my crease. Not coming down too far because I want to do that double wing effect with the shadow. But I'm starting in the corner and I'm pulling that into the crease. I guess I should say slightly above the crease. It's not really in the crease. I'm still pretty impressed with this formula, honestly, because I'm not using the best brushes. I didn't feel like digging too far to find the brushes I wanted. So I just kind of went in, and it's actually blending out quite nicely. And the pigmentation, again, is on point. I almost wanted to not like this because now I'm nervous to order from the company. I don't want to have future issues. They did send a little gift along with this palette, and like I said, once I contacted them, they did immediately react to the situation and get it taken care of. These aren't patchy at all. They are coming out quite smooth, and the type of brush I'm using is a very stiff brush. So I expect there to be patchiness. You guys, if I'm sniffling, I'm sorry. I was out in the weather all day yesterday, and it was a bit rainy and just a tiny bit cold, and I'm definitely feeling the effects of that today. But we're not going to worry about that too much. We got to just keep moving on, right? That sounded really cheesy. Sorry. You guys know I'm just kind of going with the flow here. We're going to go into Zombie because I absolutely love the name of that and the color. So we're going to put that all over the lid today. Hopefully it's as pigmented as it looks like it is. So that is the pink shade. And of course I lost my mirror because I'm a dingbat and I really have no idea where I set it down at. My lighting in here is a little off because I have, there's my mirror. I have a jacket hung up over the light just a little bit because for whatever reason, the light had a strange cast today. That's a really pretty color. I think we're going to go in on the corner more, but with the purple. But I'm going to lay the pink down first. And we are going to go into the inner corner with a... I don't know if we're going to go in with a lighter shade or just the product they sent. Because like I said, they did send a freebie product, which I want to play with as well. I think I'm going to go in with another shadow and then I'll go in with the lighter, with the product they sent. They sent a liquid eyeshadow, liquid glitter shadow. And y'all know I love me some Stila glitter shadows. I'm going to go in and I am going to add purple. I just wanted to get this base color down. But I want to go in and brighten up that purple and really get that color to shine. Again, I'm taking a lot of care not to get too far down in the corner of my eye. So when I put the purple in, it's actually going to fill in this little corner here. This pink color is everything. And the name doesn't hurt either, of course. So that's what we have so far. Honestly, I'm really, really, really impressed with this palette. Okay, going back in with the purple. I'm starting at the corner of my eye with a pencil brush. Or a bullet brush, I should say, a bullet crease brush. And just bringing that up in the corner just to really give it some definition. And then I think, yeah, we're going to bring it in a little more on the corners too, just to really make the purple shine. We're going to bring that in just a little bit right along the lash line. There we go. So that's what we're going to do with the top. And we're going to go in with a teeny tiny brush on the bottom, but we're going to finish the other eye first. I have a problem with going down too far at my corners, so little brushes like this absolutely work fantastic. Oh, I just dipped into the wrong color. That's okay, we can fix it real quick. Back into Voodoo, which is the purple in this. Guys, this palette, I think I only paid like 15 bucks tops for it. And this is one of probably the best and easiest to work with rainbow palettes I've bought in ages. Which I'm kind of shocked for drugstore. I really did just pick this up because I got a kick out of the theming. Okay, there we go, guys. I think it's coming out actually so much better than I expected this to. I kind of expected I wasn't even 100% going to say that I was going to upload this video because I was worried about how it might come out. I'm looking for a little angled brush here. I need to find a better way to organize my brushes, you guys. So if you have any suggestions, they would be much, much appreciated. Because I have them down. I have my drawer organized with a bunch of little, like, they're almost like, I don't know if they're supposed to be pencil holders or utensil holders. They're, my vanity drawer is full of them. And then I have, like, brushes in one, mascaras in one, face brushes, eye brushes, eyeliners, liquid eyeliners. So I have everything set up, but as far as just grabbing something real quick when I'm filming, it doesn't really work that well. Now, I think we're going to go in with Curse, which is the brighter blue shade here in this palette. And I'm taking it on an angled, I guess it'd be an eyeliner or nowadays a brow brush. If you can see that. There we go. I'm going to start about the middle of my lower lash line. And I'm going to pull that out and up along the edge with the purple, to kind of create a double wing. I'm doing this off camera because I am pulling at my eyelid to get the shape I want. And then I'll come back in. I just wanted to kind of have some fun playing with the color because this is such a bright palette. I really wanted to test and see how the pigmentation was on it. There is quite a bit of fallout, which hopefully I'll be able to sweep away without too much trouble. I am going to wear a very, very heavy winged liner today, so I'm not too worried about how messy it ends up over here in this corner. I can see it is a little bit patchy, but honestly, if I wet my brush, it probably wouldn't have even done that because I can see that this formula would work quite well with a wet brush. So I brought that out a little bit further than my purple. And I'm going to go ahead and go in and do that on the other eye. Do you guys, let me know what you prefer. Would you rather see me do one eye at a time and then do the other eye off camera before I post the finished look on IG? Or do you want to see me do both eyes as I go? Because I can really do it either way. This is just the way I tend to do my makeup. I just do each color individually. And then, I don't do one eye at a time. I do each color as I go. But if you want me to do just one eye for time's sake, I definitely could do that, I think. I don't know if the looks would turn out as well, but we can definitely test it and play it around. This is all new to me. Trying to make sure that is coming out even. This is definitely a messy formula. I am going to have some cleaning up to do, but hopefully we'll be able to brush it away without too much trouble. The blue is giving me a bit more issue with patchiness, but that could have a lot to do with the brush that I'm using to apply it. Now we have our blue down, and we're going to go into Madness, which is the green shade in here. These colors, these two colors in particular, have been a bit patchier than the others. And we're really going to lay that along the lower lash line. I do have lots of fallout right now. But I think it's more from these two colors than anything else. I'm blending this out into the blue that we've already laid down. Almost to the corner of my eye, but I really want that blue to be the star in the corner. And we're going to go in with a little bit more blue here in a second. This green shade is definitely very, very powdery, unfortunately. Bringing that almost to the corner, and then we're going to go back in with the blue and just amp the blue up a little bit. And then I think we'll be good to go. Going back in with the blue. Just to even out a bit, because I had a bit more on one eye than the other, I do believe. And then I'm kind of switching back and forth between the two just to even everything out. So back in with the green just a little bit, just to clean up the messiness we have under the eye over here. Just to blend it out a bit. There really is no transition type shade in this palette, which is fine with me. But it does, if you can see, I've got some messiness under this eye here. So I'm going to have to go back in with like a powder. Usually I'd use a softer transition shade just to blend it out. But I'm going to have to go in with a powder in order to blend that out today. I don't know if you guys can see the fallout that's on my nose. But it is definitely a bit extreme. Just taking a powder brush. And actually it wiped away quite nicely with the powder brush without leaving too much of a mess. And finally, I wasn't originally going to do this, but I find myself being drawn to it. I am going to dip into Toxic, which is the bright yellow color. And just do this here in the inner area of my eye. Kind of brushing that in and bringing it up into the orange. I'm still going to go in with the product that I wanted to originally and use the whites. And I think I'm going to go in with the shadow first, just because I don't think the product that they sent me was going to have any sort of pigment to it. So going in and bringing that up and just lining it up with the orange that I laid down earlier. Really laying that yellow in there because I do want the color to show, and it is such a light shade that I don't know how well it shows on camera, but it's showing up quite nicely in my little makeup mirror here. I'm just building up that entire inner corner because I'm doing a heavy liner today, and I don't want it to get completely lost. This yellow shade is definitely quite patchy, unfortunately. Everything else so far in the palette has not been bad. We've had a little tiny patchiness with the blue, but nothing that can't be blended out and worked with. The yellow is definitely a lot more of a struggle. So that's what we have. We're actually going to put this guy away. And I'm going to grab out, I have a single shadow that I just bought the other day that I'm going to use. Usually I'd go in with my Urban Decay Polyester Bride, but I picked this guy up at Marshall's the other day. Ooh, making a mess of my hair here. It's the Kat Von D what's it called actually? Metal Crush eyeshadow in Thunderstruck, which is just a really pretty white silvery color. This is actually a pretty big shadow. Pretty nice size pan. Let's see what brush we want to go in with. I actually have this guy out. This is a little pencil type brush. We're just going to go in right on the inner corner, basically, of our lid. Because that's where we're going to put the liquid glitter product. Oh my gosh, that shadow is kind of crazy pigmented and very pretty. And I'm also going to put this up under my brow as well. Grab my handheld mirror, which I seem to keep losing and forgetting about. So I'm putting that up against under my brow and blending out my orange a bit. Blending out to my blue shadow. I'm so sorry about my dogs. They seem to be playing and having a bit of fun currently. This actually blends into that orange really, really nicely. And it just gives a nice little highlight underneath the brow bone. I've wanted this shadow for a while, but again, I usually use the Urban Decay Polyester Bride as my white. But sadly, I have gotten very close to hitting pan on it, and this may actually replace it looks-wise. So let me show you what the Polyester Bride looks like. This is very well loved. Oh, and the pan just fell out. Haha. That's going to look hilarious, and I'm going to look like a bigger dork on camera than I already do. But that's okay. So the pan decided to fall out. This is one of the very old tokens. But this is Urban Decay Polyester Bride. You can see that I have really gone in on this over the years. And then this is the Kat Von D Thunderstruck. So very, very similar shades. The pan on the Kat Von D one, I believe, is a bit bigger, but I'd have to actually look at, let's see, this is the old Urban Decay Polyester Bride was 1.5 grams. And yeah, the Kat Von D is 2.8 grams, so quite a bit larger than the Urban Decay. I am going to still keep using the Urban Decay. I just wanted to use that today to see how well I liked it. Grabbing that white, that brush I used for the white, I am going to blend the white in just a bit to my pink zombie color. I probably could have used a blending brush, but for some reason I thought this would work out a little better today. So there's the shadow, and then we are going to grab, oh no, I can't figure out where I put the glitter they sent. I got a little bit of a mess here. Yesterday was a super fast get ready day, and unfortunately I haven't taken the time to clean up yet. Shh, don't tell anybody. Okay, this is the product that they sent. This is the Hydro Liquid Shadow. I'm not sure if that's going to focus, but from LA Splash. It's in the color Chic. I have not tried this product, nor even looked at this product. I was on their website to get this specific eyeshadow palette. So this is what the product looks like. This is the component. It kind of reminds me of a lip gloss, in all honesty. Just the way it looks. And it's got a doe foot applicator like most liquid shadows do, so that's good. And I'm going to go in and just tap that over the white. This is going to kind of show you guys how I use my liquid shadows as well. So, tapping that over the white, I have a dedicated brush for this next step. And I cannot, oh, here it is. So, this guy's huge, but what I use this for, I use these Stila Magnificent Metals glitters a lot as well. And I just use, once I tap the liquid shadow on, I always use this guy to blend it out. This one really doesn't seem to blend quite as well. However, it is quite pretty. There is a stronger pigment to it than I thought there was. Either that or it's much more metallic than I thought it was. So there we go. That's the glitter. I'm going to go ahead and go in on the other eye. Same application method, starting at the corner. Just bringing it out a touch. It actually feels pretty nice, and I'm really surprised by this product as well. I'm a little scared that there's going to be more fallout. It seems to be a bit drier than the Stila. What are they called? Actually called Magnificent Metals glitters. So I feel like it would create a bit more glitter fallout as the day goes. And I don't think I put quite enough over there to even it, so we're just going in a little bit more and just to even it up. Yeah, I can already see there being a lot on this guy, but it is beautiful and kind of shocking. I'm gonna have to check the price on these guys. I'm not sure how much the LA Splash glitter eyeshadows are, and I'm gonna have to let you guys know how the formula wears. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna end the video here. I'm gonna clean up my lower lash line, throw on a ton of black eyeliner because you guys know I love liner. Throw on my lashes, figure out a lip because I have no idea what lippy I'm gonna wear today. And I will post the picture of the finished product on Instagram. If you guys have any video ideas for me, any looks you want to see, any tips, all of it's appreciated. This is something I'm doing because I'm actually in love with makeup and I think it's fun and I like to share about it. So I hope all of you boys and girls have a wonderful day and we'll see you next time. Bye.